Good morning, first graders. Happy Thursday. Today, we're going to read our morning message, go over our calendar, and then I'm going to teach you about the writing process and how we can use the writing process to help make whatever we write about our best work. So let's get started. Good morning, first graders. Today is Thursday. It is May 21st, 2020. Today, you will learn the writing process. Have a terrific Thursday. Love, Mrs. Rochat. Yesterday was Wednesday. Today is Thursday. Tomorrow will be Friday. The weatherman says that today it's going to be a cloudy day, but about 75 degrees. A penny is one, a nickel is 5, a dime is 10, and a quarter's 25. Today I'm going to teach you about the writing process. If you look up at my board, it says writing process. And there are a few steps. There are 5 steps. We call them the pre-write or the pre-writing stage, the drafting stage, the revising, editing, and then publishing. When you first go to write something, you might make mistakes. Or before you even write in sentences and words, you have to brainstorm some ideas. And that's called the pre-writing stage. Sometimes you might draw pictures to help you get a good idea, or you might write just small words that help tell about that idea or that topic. And then after you have all your ideas, you start drafting. And this is just where you start writing down what you think you want to write about. Not worrying about any mistakes or periods or capitals or spelling words right. You just get it all out on the paper. When you're done with that drafting, you revise it. You look at it. You fix any mistakes. Just like how we revise our morning message, we fix it and find any of the mistakes in there. When you're doing the writing process and you're revising your own writing, you look for the mistakes you made. Editing, you still fix those mistakes, but maybe you wanted to add something you forgot to write about, or you decided you wanted to put more things in, so you do that. That's kind of revising and editing. It's almost the same. Revising, you change some things. Editing, you fix the mistakes. Publishing. Now this is like your final draft. If you think about when we were writing about our animal habitats for our book, remember how we practiced writing it first on a scratch piece of paper? And once we figured out what we wanted to write, then we put it on the fancy paper for our books. That was the paper that we were using for our publishing, okay? That's our best work, our best handwriting, our best sentences. We have our best spelling, and every information, all the information that we want is in there, okay? So that's what the writing process is today. Next, I'm going to show you a little video, kind of like we do in math, about the writing process and how to use a topic, a puppy, to help you practice the writing process today. So let's get started. This is the writing process. So as you can see, there are 5 different stages, and in those 5 different stages, you learn to become a better writer. So if we look at the first one, it says pre-writing. This is the time where you brainstorm and organize your ideas, and you think about what you want to say. Then you kind of create a plan on how to do that. Then you draft, or the drafting stage. You use those ideas to write a rough draft, a practice draft of your writing. So you write your ideas in order, and then you choose one or more ways to start. Then you revise your writing. Maybe you make changes to improve it, to make it even better, adding more words or more details. Then you edit by fixing any mistakes that you might have read and making sure it makes sense. Then you write it in your publishing draft. And your publishing draft just means that you write and present your final copy, your very best work. Okay, so today we're going to use this picture of a puppy to help us with the writing process. I have a word bank for you to help you with maybe some ideas that you might want to write about. So have your notebook out so that you can practice the writing process with me. So you can see in the word bank there's puppy, dog, leash, walk, pet, and bark. We're going to use those words to help us with our pre-writing. So the pre-writing helps us brainstorm and organize our ideas. And one way that you can do this is by just sitting down and thinking and looking at the picture and making a word bank. Well, I already did that for you. I have puppy, dog, leash, walk, pet, and bark. But now we're going to take these words and make a circle map. So on your paper, make a circle map like you'll see next. A circle map can help us just brainstorm even more ideas. So in the middle of the circle map, the topic is dog, and we have all those words from the word bank. I want you to think about if you have any more words that you could write in that word bank and write them on your notebook, and think about that puppy. Maybe you want to talk about what kind of dog it is, or what color it is, or what kind of fur it has, how old it might be. Go ahead and write down your ideas. So after you've done your pre-writing and brainstorm your ideas, this is where you take that information you just made and you put it into sentences in your drafting spot. So on a piece of paper in a notebook, a different paper than your circle map, you use your ideas to write sentences. As you can see, I have a sentence that says, "This is a puppy, it wears a leash, sometimes the dog barks. The dog is a pet." You might notice that there are some mistakes, and that is okay because this is my drafting stage. It's okay if I make mistakes because I know later in the writing process, I am going to fix those to make it even better. Go ahead and draft some sentences you want to write about. Okay, it's revising time. So I'm going to make changes to improve my writing, to include more information or to fix it so it makes sense. So now I noticed that some of my sentences could have been more detailed, so I added some words. Instead of putting "this is a puppy," I put "this is a cute puppy." I added the word "cute" to make it better. And I was more specific about "it wears a leash." I didn't say, I told where it was. It wears a leash when it goes for walks. And then I put "this dog is a pet," but I added another word to make it even better. It says, "This is a great pet now." Look at your sentences and see how you can revise it to make your sentences better. Now I'm going to look at my paper and I'm going to go edit. The editing stage means I fix and proofread to make sure it makes sense, and then I correct mistakes. So you can see with my red lines and circles that I needed to fix mistakes. I forgot some capitals, I forgot some periods, and I even forgot to put a space in between my words. So that's what that red line is in between the word "is" and "a" in the first sentence. Now that I've fixed those mistakes, I'm ready to go on to my final draft. Because now I know that I have added more details in the revising stage, and I fixed any mistakes I've made with punctuation, with my periods, capitals, and spacing. So now do that to yours. Publishing. This is where I write and present my final copy. Now you can do this on a piece of paper, or you could do this on Seesaw. But here is my final draft. This means I wrote it my best sentences, I didn't have any mistakes, and it makes sense. If you look at the arrow pointing to the box, here is my final sentence. This is a cute puppy. It wears a leash when it goes for walks. Sometimes the dog barks. This dog is a great pet. What I want you to do is look at what you've been working on in your writing process. Remember to, when you write it again on a new piece of paper, that you want to make sure that you use all the corrections that you made and the more details you added. Go ahead and do that now. Great great job with the writing process. I hope you find some time today with your notebook to practice the writing process. You can always go on Seesaw and do the puppy activity and write about the puppy and maybe practice some of these steps in our process. I hope you have a wonderful and amazing Thursday. We'll see you again tomorrow when we practice some more math. Have a great day. Bye.